You all got up. Pen. Is that on? Good morning, everyone. It's Mel here. Welcome to the first day in the live video that we've had for ages. Another lovely morning in downtown Kyneton, Victoria, Australia. I won't watch the dog doing her business. It's going to be 14 today. Mid-August, last month of winter. My roses are over there in their pots, looking a bit twiggy at the moment because they had their big end of July haircut. But they'll start blooming again soon. Down the stairs I go. It still hurts to walk downstairs on my broken leg. I'm going to do a life update video very soon so you guys can know what's been going on in my crazy world. You done your quick Pen? So, excuse my cute pajamas. They are bunny rabbits. For those of you who have just clicked on this video because of the title, hi, my name is Mel. I am completely blind. I live here in Australia, in central Victoria, which is the southeastern state of Victoria, the one above Tasmania, which is the island state in the bottom. I am completely blind. I have no light perception. I use a guide dog to get around. Her name is Penelope. That is her over there doing her morning toilet. And this is my channel. So welcome if you haven't watched any of my videos before. Feed the cat. Yeah. Feed the cat. Excuse my voice. I've had a chest infection, and a cold, and I know I sound awful. Excuse me, but I'm actually much better than I sound at this stage. You're going to say at this stage. You didn't eat all your dinner last night. Damned cat. There you go. Breakfast. There you go. Good boy. You're far too close to the camera. Good boy. Here is breakfast. 3 Weet-Bix, well, kind of 2.5 really, in the microwave for 2 minutes with 175 mils of milk and a cup of coffee. The sun isn't quite coming through the window to my chair, but it's nearly here. And while I have breakfast, I'm going to catch up on messages and games and try and get Wordle and all that sort of thing. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I am dressed, done my teeth, brushed my hair, made my bed, and all ready in time for going out to the stables to unrug the girls. For those of you who also have just clicked on this video because of the title, I have 2 horses. I'm a horse person. I'll introduce them to you in a few seconds. I also have just got a new bed. There's a bit of a story behind this bed, which you'll find out in my life update. It's a sad story, actually. But this is my new bed. It's a king single lift bed. There's actually been a lot of furniture changes in this house since I did my house tour 13 months ago. So if you would like, please put a comment down below and I'll do in the future an updated house tour video. Anyway, got to put my cream on, have my Ventolin, and be out when my support worker gets here to do the stables. Good morning, Lady Ab. So this is my newer of my two horses, Miss Abby. She's a grey Connemara mare, and grey basically just means white for those of you who are not horsey and who can't see. She's very fluffy at the moment, and I'm going to take her rug off, and she's eating a handful of hay so that she'll stay put in one place. Hey, hello pretty girl. Abby, she's 16, no, 17. Possibly she turns 18 this year, but I don't know when, because I haven't been able to get any of her pedigree breeding details. I'd have to do a genetic test to find out her parents and to try and get her breed and everything, and I just haven't bothered. So I hope the camera's picking up my hand trying to take the rug off one-handed there. I'll look at myself instead. Yes, so she's probably either already 18 or will be, she definitely will be 18 this year. And she's meant to be, this is a bit of a joke at the moment, she's meant to be my riding horse. We haven't quite got there yet because I've been sick and injured and injured and sick basically the whole time I've had her, but that's okay. Hey, because she needed to fatten up and I needed to slim down. I've lost 10 kilos since I've had her, and she's put on a bit of weight since I've had her as well. So we're both reaching our weight goals, which is what we needed to do. But she's also a good thing. So it's little Ab. There we go. Little Ab, all undressed. Probably two-tone now because I've got the rug off. Little Ab. Isn't she gorgeous? Hey, are you gorgeous? Yeah. She needs a brush. Good girl. Yuck. She definitely needs a brush, guys. Just picking shit out of her coat. Good girl. And here is the OG, Miss Maggie. She is my brown, or bay actually, standardbred mare. She's 16 and a half. At the moment, she turns 17 in December. For those of you who've been on the channel since probably about a year ago, you would know that she's just a pet now. I did try and break her in and make her a riding horse, but I've decided that because of several different factors, she's just going to remain as a pet and live out her days eating, which she's very good at doing, and just being a Maggie really. So she's a rescue pacing horse, so a race horse, not a galloping horse, but a pacer. And I've had her for 6 years, and hopefully, because she was already brown, she won't be two-tone like Abby. There you go, sweetheart. So I'm at home. It is 11, and I'm settling down for work for this morning. I've got my hot coffee here. As you can hear in the background, my cleaner is here as well. Got my computer in the Zoom meeting ready for my colleague to join me, and I've got there my Braille Sense, my iPad, and underneath there is my Braille display. All the tech things to do my job. I've got my computer open in Windows for this Zoom meeting, and I'm going to record, I think we're recording a podcast today for work. So I'll talk to you a little bit more about work after the meeting. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a very successful meeting. I hope. We got an episode of the podcast recorded. Now my job is to go in and edit it, and hopefully that will happen in the next couple of days. So what exactly do I do for work? I am working for an orientation and mobility specialist who has her own business and her own podcast, and I'm doing her podcast editing, managing her social media. I'm basically a personal assistant for this person, working from home, doing an average of 8 hours a week, and I've only had this job for about a month. I started on the 14th of July. Oh, it's actually a month today because it's the 14th of August. So I'm working as a PA for an orientation mobility specialist. It's actually my friend Lil, who you guys have met on the channel before. So it's really exciting to have that job now. I'm still also working for myself. I'm still doing some blindness awareness and advocacy, some technology and Braille training, and a few things here and there, some public speaking and that kind of thing. But this is kind of my main role at the moment, and my business is just an aside. So it's really fun and really exciting, and I'm really enjoying having the job, and it's something that I'm very blessed to have. And now it's almost 12:30 and I am famished, so I'm going to have some lunch. I have got out yesterday some sausages. These are called bulbors because they are pork and beef sausages. So I'm going to put them on the stovetop in the frying pan, and I'm going to have a packet of ready to steam vegetables with these for lunch. Here is dinner now that it's cooked. I have those 2 sausages, bulbors, with a packet of ready to steam vegetables, carrot, cauliflower and broccoli. Slightly late lunch today because I was at work, but so looking forward to it, and it's quite a nice healthy little lunch as well. So looking forward to tucking in, and I'm going to watch a YouTube video of some sort while I eat. That's correct. This is what my lunch hour looks like when I'm working from home, guys. I'm now laying on my bed, which I think I said this morning is a lift bed. So I've got the head slightly raised and the legs slightly raised. I'm using my cuddle clone of my retired guide dog, Darcy, who passed away 4 years ago, as a pillow. And I've got my current guide dog, Penelope, Portia, laying at my feet. Good girl. And the cat is somewhere over there in the window. Good girl, Pen. So lunch hour usually, like I said, is an hour. Finished eating, tidied up the dishes, put them in a pile ready to wash the dishes tonight. And I'm just watching the rest of the YouTube video that I started. I'm watching an episode of Biker Cops, which is a English medical and police documentary. And then when that episode is done, I'm going to get up and probably fold some washing and hit the computer again for another hour or so, and then I'm going out to the stables again at about 3:45 to do the afternoon stable run. Also, while I remember it, to mention it, my awesome cleaner / support worker has been through today, so the house has been mopped and vacuumed and everything today for the week, which normally happens on a Thursday. So the place is a bit tidier than it was when I first got up this morning. I haven't been doing a lot of vacuuming myself lately. Those of you who are aware, I broke my leg 3 months ago. Tuesday was actually the first day I vacuumed in 12 weeks. I did my room and the spare room because I was moving furniture, and it felt good to vacuum, but I haven't vacuumed the whole house, and I'm starting to slowly look at getting back into doing that. But I've always had a cleaner come ever since I've been on the National Disability Insurance Scheme and lived in a house on my own. She comes once a week and she does vacuuming and mopping. I usually try and do a vacuum halfway through the week. Usually, because she comes on Thursday, I try and vacuum on Sunday or Monday. So I'm slowly starting to get back into that now. But yes, cleaner has been through, so that's really awesome. And I'm just going to finish watching this video, and then I'm going to fold some washing. So here we have a basket of washing that I'm going to fold now and put away. There's also some other sheets out on the line that I might bring in and fold and put away. Then, excuse me, apart from doing a load of clothes, when the washing machine is full, I will have my washing up to date. Now, I don't know what everybody else does. Let me know in the comments down below. When I'm getting undressed for the day and want to put my clothes in the washing, I tend to actually, instead of putting them all in a washing basket, which I used to do, I've started putting my clothes directly into the washing machine. And then when the washing machine's full, I put the washing on instead of putting the clothes in a basket and then sorting the clothes and everything. So let me know how you guys, especially those of you who are single and live on your own, manage the washing. But I find it so much easier to just undress straight into the washing machine and then put the wash on when it's full. So anyway, I'm going to fold this and watch another episode of this UK paramedics show that I'm watching at the moment. So I've just come back from the loo while I was folding the washing, and look at these two, Penelope and Xenon, my guide dog and my cat, on the end of the bed. If I move this way, you might be able to tell the sun, which is west, it's 3:15 in the afternoon, is coming in the window, and they're both just getting the sun through the window there on the end of the bed. Aww. So I finished folding up the washing, and then I got the furniture moving bug again. I only took delivery of my bed on Tuesday. It's now Thursday. And I decided that I would bring in this 3 shelf unit thing here, which has been in the laundry with dog stuff on it, because all these stuffed animals, there are 6 of them on the shelf there now, or over on the chair over in the corner there, which made the chair unusable. So there are now 6 stuffed animals on the shelf looking very cute, instead of being in the chair, on the chair in the way. So that aside, I finished folding up the load of clothes. It's now 4 o'clock, and I'm going to take my AirPods out, would be a good idea, and sit down and do some work for a little while, until such time as it is time to head out to the stables and do the afternoon shift. Back to my crowded desk with all of my crazy amount of technology. Now, I don't know if I've ever explained to you guys all of my different technology. I have my computer, which is a MacBook Pro 2013, which I have Boot Camp, so I can run Windows 8 on it. I use my newest device, which I will do a specific video on soon, my BrailleSense 6. This is a Braille tablet that runs, it has Android on it, so it runs off Google, but it also has its own system as well. So it's basically like having a Google tablet, but in Braille instead of print. Down the bottom it's got a Braille display, 32 cells of Braille, and it's got a Braille input keyboard. It's also got a LCD screen so that people can see what's written on the Braille display. Excuse me. I then also have, which is linked to my work accounts, so I'm not going to open the screen, but I have because I'm not sure what confidential stuff is on there at the moment, I have my iPad 10, which is just in its normal cover at the moment. I do have a keyboard cover for it too. iPad 9. And underneath all of that, which I connect via Bluetooth to use also as a keyboard for my iPad, which is flat at the moment, I need to charge, is my QBraille, which is a 40 cell Braille display, once again with Braille keyboard, but it has function keys, shift, tab, and numpad, things like that as well, for controlling a Windows or Mac computer. So that connects via Bluetooth to the iPad to turn what the iPad says on the screen into Braille. So that's all the tech that I have on my desk here that I use to do work. I also use my phone a bit. As you can possibly see through the camera angle, I have my AirPods in at the moment. I have them in almost all the time. I only just bought these new AirPods a week ago, and I think they've spent more time in my ears than they have in their case. So use my phone a lot. I have an iPhone 16, use my AirPods a lot, and generally just use headphones a lot. As someone who is blind and listens to screen reading software. But yeah, that is all the tech that I use to do my job, which is from home. And from a blind person's point of view, it's very important to have all these different things. Could I minimize some of my tech? The answer is probably yes, but I like having all these different things because some of them have slightly different functionalities to do slightly different things. Oh, excuse me. And they do things better, I think. If you want a full breakdown on any of my devices, let me know. I'm also planning, as I said, to do a full video on the Braille Sense. I got it while I was really sick, so I never actually did a full unboxing video or anything like that. I had full intentions to do it, but I never did. So I can do an introductory video to the Braille Sense like I have done with some of the other tech that I've got, if you would like that. And because it's one of the products that I train people how to use through my business. So I'm going to stop rabbiting on now because I'm sure I'm boring you all to tears, and I'll see you all out at the stables. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back to stable duty. Just ducking under the rope. Yeah. Here's little Miss Ab. Come on. Good girl. Put her hard feed in her tire, which will be somewhere over here in her shelter. Shelter, tire. So, yesterday's bucket is still in there. Pop tonight's bucket in there. There we are. So my horses are both on the exact same diet, copy and paste. They have Speedy Beat, they have Pony Meal, which is a chaff mix that a local feed store here makes, and they also have a magnesium supplement and a hoof powder supplement in their meal each night. And they also have a hay net. So now she's got her feed, I will rug her. So I don't know how much you'll be able to see, but there's the little lady eating her dinner in her nice rug. She's got her bag of hay there, which she's just gone to investigate. I love this rug because it's got reflectors on it, so everyone's like, oh, I can see Abby. So she's all set for the night. 1 down, 2 to go, because I'm actually looking after someone else's horse as well. So on to my next one, and I probably won't film doing the next 2 because it's getting dark. I know it's after 6:15, so you guys probably can't see anything, so I'll speak to you when I get home. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to Mel's Blind Life and click the bell notifications, and I'll see you next time.